Welcome back to On Point, Missing Justify edition at DeRosa alongside Scott Shapiro. Scott, the Triple Crown winner, officially retired, and he'd be about 1 to 1,000 in either of the 3-year-old races this weekend.
Yeah, he certainly would be. Obviously, Good Magic gave him a run for his money in the first two legs of the Triple Crown and wasn't able to do so. It'd be hard to think that he would be able to beat him, and then it looks like he towers over the field in the Haskell, so I totally agree.
Yeah, so we got the Jim Dandy Saturday at Saratoga, mile and an eighth on the dirt. The Haskell Sunday, mile and an eighth on the dirt. Also have the Curlin today with Hoffberg as a heavy favorite. All three races will probably have some say in what the Travers Stakes looks like, a mile and a quarter on the dirt at the end of August. I'd say the Haskell looks to me a little deeper in terms of the breadth of the field, but from a wagering prospect, really hard to get excited about either race.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. I think from a wagering perspective, though, you either got to take a stand with one of the favorites, well, be it Good Magic in the Haskell or DeRosa or Tenfold in the Jim Dandy, or in a horizontal situation, maybe play against those horses with a little bit of a spread. But not a whole lot to discuss in terms of pushing price horses, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the 3-year-old division's wrapped up. I mean, Justify is certainly going to be 3-year-old male championship, and barring some unbelievable run by someone else, horse of the year with Triple Crown. So, you know, even division-wise, there's not a lot of pizzazz to what happens this weekend. But I do like Tenfold a little bit in the Dandy. I hope the morning line holds up. Not that 8 to 5 is all that exciting, but if Rosso takes a bunch of money, I certainly do prefer Tenfold. And then in the Haskell, I'm going to go with my local horse, so to speak. Core Beliefs won the Ohio Derby. I think 4 to 1's fair on him.
Yeah, it's real hard for me to have any sort of opinion in the Haskell. I think Good Magic should win. I think Chad, seeing that he has a chance to win the Travers, probably has this horse maybe not fully cranked, but with that prospect, that's got to be the goal. I know championship-wise, that's not a big deal, but to him, it is a big deal being from Saratoga, and it's a big race. That's
no question.
My hope is that all these horses that we're speaking of run big, and at least the Haskell is better than we think right now. In terms of the Jim Dandy, I am on Tenfold as well, like you are. I doubt the win wager comes into play, but maybe a late pick 4, pick 6.
It ends the Grand Slam.
I'll leave that to you. Yeah, so Tenfold would be a horse of the two races that I would lean on, but like you said, the price is still not exciting. And
I think one big storyline, or manufactured by the media admittedly, will be Monomoy Girl and what she does in her next start. Is there anything that would happen this weekend where you would say, man, she really should just go for the Travers?
That's a narrative that I read a lot of, and I understand why people would maybe talk about it. It's not for me, though. I don't really understand what's wrong with running against the fillies when it's kind of somewhat easy money. Why would you risk that? The goal should be to win the Breeders' Cup Distaff on their home turf. Why push her any harder? She's already doing what she needs to do. I know money probably doesn't matter to the connections that much. They have plenty of it. But winning the Cotillion like they had planned, or even the Alabama, if they opted to do that, I don't see why that would be a problem to people. Yeah, I agree, and it seems like the type of connections and just who she is and with their breeding that we might see her for a 4-year-old year. So with Horse of the Year, to me, wrapped up already, why go that route when really there would be a lot of esteem in the Breeders' Cup Distaff anyway? I mean, you knock off Unique Bella, Wonder Godot again, Abel Tasman. There's Red some heavy Red Ruby. Yeah, there's some heavy hitters in her division and in the older one where there's still plenty of luster. And if she just looks invincible, they can go for something else next year. Yeah, agree. And they also, it's pretty clear that they don't necessarily think she's a mile and a quarter horse. Right. I mean, they're skipping the Alabama, which is perhaps the most prestigious of all the races at this point of the year outside of the Kentucky Oaks all year. Right. So to me, they probably think she's a mile to a mile and an eighth type horse anyway. I don't see why they run her in the Travers. It would be cool for us, to break it down, but I totally understand why they won't.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we do have the Travers to look forward to in a few weeks, and the picture will clear a little bit this week. West Virginia Derby next week, but Good Magic, I think, probably the biggest name, but certainly others, as we discussed, capable of winning Saturday and Sunday. Blended Citizen next week, though, right? Maybe. I bet they can't go back to dirt, can they? I think they're looking for any synth appearances that they can. I'm hoping for the Secretariat at Arlington, get him on turf, but yeah, and then I can see him. He beat me on turf in a race, a maiden claiming race, I think. Ooh. All right. Well. Back to the good 3-year-olds. A lot of fun this weekend. Some big races on the undercard, too. So keep it on twinspires.com.